In a city where glass towers kissed the clouds and ambition wore designer heels, Elara Stone was unstoppable. She was beautiful in a way that didn't beg for permission. Smart in a way that made rooms go quiet. At 29, she had already built a reputation as a luxury brand consultant, moving between penthouses, boardrooms, and gala nights like she belonged everywhere light touched. People admired her confidence. They envied her discipline. No one knew how lonely success could feel. It started subtly. One evening, as Elara stood in her marble bathroom brushing her hair, she noticed something strange. Her shadow was late. When she lifted her arm, the shadow hesitated, just a fraction of a second too slow. She frowned, chalked it up to exhaustion, and went on with her night. But the next morning, walking through her high-rise lobby, she froze. The shadow at her feet didn't match her stride. It leaned slightly forward, as if it was being pulled. The first time she saw him, she didn't connect the dots. His name was Adrian, Blackwell, young tech billionaire, heir to an empire built on algorithms and silence. He entered the charity gala like a rumor turning solid. Tailored suit, calm eyes, presence heavy but controlled. As Elara sipped champagne across the room, she felt it. A tug, not on her heart, on her shadow. She glanced down. Her shadow stretched unnaturally long, sliding across the marble floor. Toward him, her breath caught. From that night on, things escalated. Whenever Adrian was nearby, her shadow behaved differently. It leaned toward him, reached for him, sometimes disappeared entirely. Once, standing alone in her bedroom at night, Elara watched in horror as her shadow detached itself from her feet and slipped under the door. She followed it, down the hallway, into the dark. Her shadow stopped at the window. Outside, across the street, Adrian stood on his penthouse balcony, phone to his ear. City lights behind him. Her shadow wrapped around his feet like it belonged there. And for the first time, it spoke. Not aloud. Inside her. "He made me." Elara confronted him days later. Luxury cafe. Floor-to-ceiling windows. Afternoon light. "Why does my shadow follow you?" she demanded, voice trembling despite herself. Adrian didn't flinch. He looked relieved. "I was hoping you'd notice," he said softly. He leaned forward, eyes dark with something ancient. "Your shadow doesn't belong to you," he continued. "It never did." Her chest tightened. "Then whose is it?" He met her gaze. "Mine." Adrian explained the truth. Years ago, desperate and alone at the peak of his rise, he had performed an old ritual, one buried beneath wealth, power, and forgotten magic. A way to remove loneliness. He split his shadow. Not knowing shadows were not just absence of light, but desire, instinct, longing. The shadow gained hunger. And when it saw Elara strong, luminous, alive, it chose her. Not to harm her, to love her. But shadows don't love gently. As days passed, Elara felt it. Her shadow brushing her skin when she slept, whispering comfort, warning her of danger before it came. And Adrian, he never touched her without permission, never crossed a line. Yet his eyes followed her like he already knew what it meant to belong. "You don't have to choose," he told her one night, standing inches away. "But understand this, if my shadow fully binds to you." He paused, voice rough. "You'll never be entirely human again." She swallowed. "And if I refuse?" His jaw tightened. "It will tear itself apart." The final night came quietly. No rituals. No crowds. Just Elara standing barefoot in Adrian's penthouse. City lights breathing below. Her shadow stood between them. Whole, alive, waiting. She stepped forward, placed her hand over her heart, and whispered, "I choose truth." The shadow dissolved, not into darkness, but into light, weaving itself back into Adrian and into her. When it was over, they stood there connected, changed, not bound by magic, but by choice. From that night on, Elara cast two shadows, one hers, one his, and sometimes, when the light was just right, they held hands on the floor before the world could see them. Because love doesn't always arrive as a person. Sometimes, it arrives as a shadow that finally learns how to stay.